Just checking.
Just checking the mic.
Hello and welcome. So today I'm back with two books and both by Robin Sharma. So I wanted to buy this one, The Monk Who Sold His Ferrari. And while scrolling through Amazon, I liked the title of another book by Robin Sharma as well, and that is Who is Going to Cry When I Die? Who Will Cry When I Die? So I got this book because I really liked the title of it. I did not know what the book was about or what was the content. Just the title interested me, and I saw the rating also, and I liked it. I purchased it, and then I read both the books. So among both the books, I liked Who Will Cry When I Die more. So I'm going to talk about the book that I liked more today in this review. So the review is going to be a quick one because the book is also a very short one. If you also compare the size here, let's see, it's a short one. And if I say it's not a continuous flowing book, so it has 101 chapters divided into life lessons, and if you go through the book, it's not a continuous story, so you can skip chapters and you can choose your chapters according to the title of it and then read along. I'm going to talk about the contents of the book and the flow of the book, and then I'm going to tell you how I liked it or my points of views. So if you want to hear about my points of views, you have to watch till the end, the real review about it. But yes, this book is not a continuous flow of any particular story. It is a combination of 101 chapters where the author has wrote about the positive of life lessons. He has talked about human values. Then the title as it goes, that Who Will Cry When You Die, it actually means that in our this super accelerated modern life, what we have seen, that we are planning to go to the moon, we are planning for launching missiles in some other country and pinpoint that place, but somehow we are not able to give enough time to our loved ones who is there beside us. So if we are not giving enough time or being there for other human beings who really needs us, then who is going to cry when we die? So this is what the author is mainly telling us, followed by many chapters, that is 101, where author has either told you straightforward what you have to do. Like if I take an example of a chapter that is tough love, where the author has straightforwardly told you that you have to be very tough on yourself to really love yourself. And how can you love yourself? By putting yourself into a particular discipline, that you have to get up early, you have to exercise, you have to eat good food, and you have to remove all the junk from your diet. So you have to be tough on yourself in order to really love you, and then slowly it will turn into a habit. But there are other chapters where he has made us understand certain values of life with the help of a certain story. So if I take an example of that also, there was a story where in a hospital bed, two patients were lying beside each other, and one patient luckily was beside a window. His or her bed was situated beside the window, and that patient whose bed was beside the window used to describe the beautiful surrounding outside the window to his fellow patient out beside him, who couldn't see outside the window. So the patient who was away from the window was started getting jealous of the person who was beside the window, because he started getting jealous because he could see the beautiful surrounding, he could see the people passing through the like beside the hospital and all that, and the person who was away from the window could not see it. So one day the person who was exactly beside the window started feeling ill and couldn't breathe properly, but the person away from the window, who has now become his friend, did not raise an alert and let that person suffer. So the next morning, unfortunately, the person who was beside the window died, and then immediately the person who was away from the window wanted his bed shifted beside the window. So when he was very happy that now I am beside the window, he looked out of the window and saw that there was nothing which the first patient friend described. There was just a brick wall. So what the first patient did was to create beautiful days for the other patient who could not see outside the window. So he just told stories, and that man felt really bad. So you have to change your perspective. This is what the author wanted to tell us through different stories. So it's not a continuous flow of one particular story. You can skip the chapters, or you can choose your chapters depending on the topics. So this is nothing more than a self-help book, and you all have come across a self-help book in your life. I don't need to describe what it is, and it's really a good one, pretty good one, I would say. I liked it more than The Monk Who Sold His Ferrari. It was sweet, simple, and it's more of a manual rather than a storybook. And it was easy to read. The vocabulary was good. All the small chapters would keep you on the edge. You won't find it boring. You can relate with your life. You would feel motivated, which is the purpose of the book. And yes, I would suggest anyone who is looking for a good self-help book which will teach about your life values. Yeah. So if I read few of the things which is written behind, it's, do you feel that life is slipping by so fast that you might never get the chance to live with the meaning, happiness and joy you know you deserve? If so, then this book will be the guiding light that leads you to the brilliant new way of living. This is what the book is about. So if you want to know my perspective of it, I really liked it. As I said, I would give 4 out of 5 to this book, and it's very handy. So even if you are traveling and you don't have enough space in your luggage, then you can just use a small bag and you can put this book inside, because that's not a very big book. Also, if you see the size, it's quite short. It's quite handy. So if you are traveling, plane, train, whatever transport you take, this is a good book. You can use your commuting time, which is also one chapter in this book. Yeah, this was it, and it was an interesting book. You can go for it. Thank you. And in the next vlog, no, it's not really a vlog, it's in the next video, I would describe this, The Monk Who Sold His Ferrari.